Hi everyone, welcome back to my pregnancy updates. This is week 36 and I'm actually 37 weeks tomorrow, which is classed as full term. Crazy. So I wanted to get this filmed before then. Hopefully it will go up sometime in the 37th week probably. But I just wanted to tell you about what's been happening in the last couple of weeks. And yeah, just try and do one of these every few weeks now up until the baby's born, because I guess this is the most exciting time. So I'm just on the baby centre app, and according to that one, this week the baby is the size of a romaine lettuce and around 5.7 pounds. But I know the baby was roughly 5 pounds at 34 weeks. So probably I'd say closer to 6 pounds now, but obviously I don't know. So it's getting really kind of really real now. I definitely feel the size of the baby. He feels huge to me, but I get mixed reactions from everyone. Some people say I look really big, some people say I look really small. It's just different people's opinions, I guess. But I thought I would start with some symptoms and how I've been feeling in the last couple of weeks. So I think the last time I saw you I was kind of like dealing with it all fairly well, and it didn't feel like that overwhelming, and I was like really kind of sad that the pregnancy was going to be ending quite soon. And I still am, but it's getting to the point where it's quite hard now. I think as soon as I hit 35, 36 weeks, it was kind of a bit like, wow, this is taking its toll, and I'm really getting tired now, and I've still got a month at least to go, probably. If you can see me doing this, it's just like I'm constantly rubbing my belly. I'm feeling really tired, like back to the exhausted tiredness of the first few weeks in the first trimester, which I hate because I always feel really guilty, like I'm not doing enough, and anytime I take a break or don't do enough work or something, or spend enough time with Archie, I feel guilty, which is stupid, but I think is quite a natural reaction and feeling. So I just have to try and remember to give myself a bit of a break, but still try and keep going at the same time. Heartburn is really weird. There are some days where it's awful, like I think it's going to be bad this evening. I can kind of feel it, and it makes me feel really sick, and like there's acid in my throat, and I can't lay down, and I'm like having loads of rennies and stuff. And then there are other days I don't get it at all. So I think it definitely is depending on where the baby is at that time. And I think as well, I've realised if you don't go to the toilet frequently enough and like empty your bladder, obviously that's going to push the baby up, which makes everything worse. So I've been trying to, as soon as I realise I need to go to the toilet, just go. It sounds really obvious, but that can help. But yeah, some days he's up really high in my ribs and I can feel like him kicking me in the ribs, and then other days he feels a lot lower, so you think, oh, maybe he's dropped, but then another day he'll be up higher again, so he's still moving around a lot. I had a midwife appointment 2 days ago and everything was fine. On my notes it says that he's still free, so he's not at all engaged or anything like that yet. And she listened to his heartbeat and everything was good there. I had a little bit of a scary moment yesterday because I'd recently gone for some blood tests. I think they're my last blood tests to just check my iron levels. And then the day after I got a call from the doctor, and when I rang back the receptionist said, oh, you need to pick up a prescription because you're anemic. And I suddenly thought, what? I've never been anemic or had low iron or had anything like that with Archie or this pregnancy or ever before. But she couldn't really explain much to me, and she said the doctor could call me back and explain it to me, but in about a week's time. So I kind of just said, you know, it's fine, I'll ring my midwife and talk to them. So as you guys probably know, if you've known me and watched me for a long time, I'm a very panicky person. It probably doesn't sound like something to be that worried about, but as I'm going to talk to you about in a minute, having low iron is one of the reasons you wouldn't be able to have like a home birth, or I'm not sure about being in the birthing centre, but you have to be monitored more closely. So I was like freaking out, right, that's it, can't have a home birth now, that's out the window, can't go to the birthing centre, it's all going to go wrong, I've got low iron and I'm anemic, and what does that mean? Started googling it, like literally my head goes from 0 to 60 in 1 second and I just go nuts. So anyway, I rang a midwife, and it wasn't my midwife, it was the community midwife, and she just said she would check it on the computer because they have access to everything. She came back to me, she went, Katie, don't worry, everything's absolutely fine. Basically this happens quite a lot with the doctors. They're going by what your iron level should be normally not what your iron level should be in pregnancy, and they can be lower in pregnancy. She said you don't have low iron in terms of being pregnant, you don't need to go and get the tablets, and you can still have a home birth. So I kind of like, thank you so much for calming me down. So that happened. What I would just quickly say, because I don't want to like cause trouble, is that if you ever get that call from your doctor, it doesn't mean like, oh, it's fine because I'm pregnant. Always obviously ring your midwife and doctor and check what's going on and stuff. So yeah, that kind of threw me, but I think what I've got to try and remember is that anything can happen at any time. Birth is very unpredictable, so you know, nothing is going to go to plan. I've never made birth plans and thought, you know, it has to go this exact way, otherwise I'll be unhappy. I know things can change in a split second, and just go with the flow and just try not to worry and panic so much. So I know I mentioned in my 34-week update that I was going to talk to you guys a bit more about my decision to have a home birth. So I spoke to the midwife a little bit more about that on Tuesday, and they are coming to do an assessment of the house on next week sometime in the 37th week, which obviously they do for everyone, to check that your house and everything is suitable. They also want to check that there's enough room for an ambulance and cars and things to get right near your house or on the drive, so things like that. So hopefully that will be good, and then yeah, I'll just kind of play it by ear. I think once that's set up, then if for any reason I did just suddenly decide no, I want to go to hospital, then I can, but obviously I can't do it the other way around. I can't really, unless I just refuse to leave the house, say that I want to stay at home. Obviously that wouldn't be very you know, very sensible to do that. So yeah, I'm still like 90 something, 95% on it, but I would love to hear anyone's experiences with home births and find out as much as I possibly can about it. But it just seems like it could be a really good option, and talking to the midwife has kind of convinced me a little bit more that it's something I would like to do. Yeah, full term from tomorrow. Really scary but really exciting. He's kicking away right now. He usually waits for the evening to kind of really have a party, but he's kicking a lot at the moment. So it's just a bit of a waiting game now. It could still be quite a few weeks off. I am starting, like I said at the beginning of the video, really starting to feel it now. Just things like rolling over in bed and trying to get comfortable is really difficult, and I feel bad that I can't just easily get down on the floor and play with Archie, and just like bending over to pick up toys and moving is kind of quite painful now, like not in a dramatic way, but it's just very uncomfortable. So I am getting to that stage, which I think most of us do in pregnancy, where I'm like, I'm ready for him to be born now, even though I know I've got it easy right now. That's the hard bit. So, but I still am really, really excited to meet him. So I'll do a little bump shot for you, and then I'll say goodbye. So here is my 36-week bump. I realise this dress is quite formal to be wearing to just do a pregnancy update, but I was actually just trying it on for a christening that we've got on Sunday, so I thought, oh, actually the top of that looks quite nice, so I'll keep it on. But yeah, I can't actually show you my belly because it's a dress, but you can kind of get the gist of it. We're looking pretty big now. I wish you could see the baby moving, because I can feel him moving. I don't know if I stand here long enough you'll see a movement, but you probably won't. I don't know. But yeah, this is what my belly looks like, and this is what it looks like from the front. This dress is from ASOS Maternity, if you're at all interested. I'll link it below. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I thought, as just a little fun thing as well, I would ask you if you've had a baby or babies, to let me know in the comments what your due date was, and then what day your baby was actually born, whether it was before, after, on your due date. I'd just be really interested to know kind of what people generally go over by or under by, whatever. I'd just love to know. Yeah, and if you would like to give this video a big thumbs up, I'd be very grateful, and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye guys!